Hey, there we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to It's Never Sunny in Duskvol. Yay! Hey, Blades in the Dark campaign. Uh, pretty much your traditional Blades in the Dark with a couple little twists here and there. I'm the GM of this game. I'm Eric. I'm Eric Vulgaris here, and brought with me, as always, are our three awesome criminal experts. With an asterisk after experts.
Experts. Yeah,
And,
exactly.
and I want to see how everyone's doing today. So, yeah. So thanks for coming out here, Jewel, Kelsa. How are you doing? Remind us who you're playing today and what they're about and all that kind of stuff.
I have to unmute first, or you won't hear me. Turns out.
True. Did you get a new camera, by the way?
I am using a different camera.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually a camera I've had for a while, but usually I'm on my other laptop and I'm lazy and just use the built-in camera there. But I'm on my PC laptop, which built-in camera is really terrible. So I'm using my other camera that is merely mediocre. Anyway. I'm playing Jewel, a hound who has a fine hunting pet that is a monkey named Mr. Bubbles, and I have a spirit link, a mind link directly to Mr. Bubbles, and can give him orders, get information from him, and occasionally take over his body.
Yes.
Pretty baller. I'm enjoying it, and I have. Are we gonna? Since you had us do our little bit of homework, are you gonna have us bring that up, or is that?
No, I want you to guys. Yeah. So I did have a little bit of homework, so we couldn't play last week. But I did ask for our group to come up with some beliefs and instincts, just so we can have it written down. So when it comes to XP time, we all are aware of it. And me as a GM, it makes it really easy. I love beliefs and instincts. All it is really just like flagging as a player what challenges you want to see in your game that it's going to go against your characters. So. Like as a GM, it's super easy. So let's do that.
Okay, so yeah, I wrote up a couple of beliefs and a couple of instincts for Jewel. She has the belief that Costa and I can rebuild what we had, and I will work to regain her trust and friendship. And that's something I've been working on already over the last couple episodes, so I think that made total sense. I also believe that words are meaningless without actions. So I will follow through for Vale when she cannot. I will be her hammer on my gun. And my instinct is to always have Mr. Bubbles close by, and to never turn down a chance to solve a puzzle because I am obsessed.
Yes, that's part of your trauma, right?
That is correct.
Awesome, cool. Cool. Let's see. Let's just go around the horn clockwise, shall we? We're playing Blades. We like clocks, so let's just follow what clocks do. Paul, what's up?
Hello, my name is Paul. I'm Liefington on the internet. I used to play like way more with Eric.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
We all did.
I got like real job busy. I'm wrecked, and like I'm on East Coast. So it always tends to run late. I'm at 10 o'clock. I'm out because I have to get up at 6 in the morning and do great physical labor. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very fun.
But it's nice for me because I didn't do shit for 5 years because of immigration crap. So I can't win everything. But I am playing Seer, who is a leech. Who got some patches to give them smoke bombs and grenades, but take some of the alchemical powerhouse things, I think, away from them, or from the basic kit.
Yes. We are playing version 7, by the way. We are going to update to those rules.
Yep. And for my homework, I did. I only have one instinct, which is when encountering the supernatural, study first and act after. Because we like to run into spoopy stuff, and I feel like it's an opportunity to learn about it, and not just be like nope out. Because where's the fun in that? My beliefs are Jewel knows what she's doing, and I can trust her lead. And however true that may be. And Stasia murdered Jean-Pierre Philippe, and I need to prove her guilt.
Okay, awesome. And obviously, we have one player left. Looking at her. No. Michelle, Asteyni, what's up?
Hi, I am excited to be here. I'm Asteyni. I am playing Vale, the cool and beautiful bitch slide who you all know and love. Basically, I was noble from the south. Or is it still south?
Yeah, the map... No, it's still the South. So this is I talked to John extensively about this because it threw me off. Now that he has introduced the, what do you call the thing with the north, south, east, west? Compass rose.
Compass
right?
rose.
Yes, the compass rose. North in Duskvol is actually west, but you're still south. It still works.
Okay.
So I read about this, and actually,
Version 1 had the map right.
It had the map. It had the map sideways.
Yes.
So that north is actually on one side, but in the PDF, because all of the PDF is landscape. But it turns out in the printed book, it's going to be printed in portrait, so it'll make more sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, Vale is a noble from the south of Akoros, and she was ruined by distant relatives, and she fled north to try to get some, dollar bills, reclaim her power and all that stuff, and fell in with these yahoos. But, just trying to get some money, get by, using the criminal underworld to do that because it's easier than keeping shit. So, I have 2 beliefs and 2 instincts. I will make this tea house into a thriving business because if anyone can do it, I can do it. I am only licking my wounds. When I have money and clout, I will orchestrate my uncle's downfall and reclaim what's mine. And then my 2 instincts are avoid bringing up my past and past connections as much as possible, especially ties to Roman, which I haven't brought up. And never make an enemy when you can make an ally.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay. All right. Cool. So I'm gonna jump us over to the game screen here real quick. And oh yeah, one more thing before we do our recap, because that's gonna be what we always do. I hacked blades so that we do sort of like the torchbearer prologue mechanic, where we can recover some stress. But before I jump into that, I want to do a quick shout out to all my everyone who. What is going on with my camera? Why am I? What is going on with my camera?
It looks fine.
No, it's fine. It's not fine on screen. It's not fine on stream. I am. Something's on my face. Oh my god, my it's my ChromaCast is
You have
going.
a hole in your head.
My ChromaCast is just going really weird.
I need to pull this up now.
I don't know what to say. Okay. That's a first.
That's amazing.
Yes, I am definitely a cyborg. Let me just see something real quick.
Back.
Don't fix it yet. I have to see it.
Nope. Okay. It's definitely broken. Okay. Yeah, I've chroma keyed pink apparently.
Oops. Are you sure it's not white? Because it's like the
I don't have
shine on your
anything.
face.
I don't think I have anything chroma keyed.
Load up.
Which is the weirdest thing. This is so weird.
Oh my gosh.
Chroma keyed the shine on your face.
Properties.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh. Hold on. Nope. That was selected. Fixed. And the machines have come. So, guys, sorry that I was covered by nanites for a few moments. That's literally never happened before. I'm really embarrassed by that.
You were about to switch to Womb of Night, lol.
Yes, the crossover. The amazing crossover advertising effects. So, anyways, I wanted to do a quick shout out to everyone who supports me on Patreon. It's really great that people have found it and really like these shows and everything like that. And so I just wanted to do a quick thank you. Mark, Tice, John, Kelsa, Fool Link, Wise Fool, Boris, Fraser, Alex, Josh, Dark Lavender, Dylan, Golden H, Sith Master. Guys, thank you so much. John Harper and Tony Dollar. Thank you guys. Awesome. I love it. I love that you guys enjoy and appreciate what I want to do in a way that appreciates over time. I think that's really cool. So thank you. It's super nice. And with that, let's jump into the action. So let's do the previously on It's Never Sunny in Duskvol. Who wants to do the prologue?
I can do it. I still have some stress to recover. Unless someone's like really stressed out of their head. But last time, I think we started on like bad shit going down where the Mr. Bubbles was possessed.
Yeah, we did. We definitely did.
which was great. But we successfully incapacitated Mr. Bubbles by only slightly poisoning him. With no lasting effects whatsoever. Please no killerinos, Jewel. And then we got out with the box, which had the secrets of Magister Colburn, which was that he was keeping human remains, namely a heart, which we are suspecting is from his ex-wife, and he may still be banging her ghost or something like that.
That's totally what's happening.
Which none of that is confirmed, but like we're pretty sure that's what's actually going on. But we got away with the heart. We scooted out. We delivered it to our allied gang, which are called the Billhooks, I believe. We did it for? Yeah, we did it for the Billhooks. We got Mad Bank, and then we made an enemy of Teddy Lysander, the pimp, who ran off with a bunch of the Vale's ladies. I guess they're not technically Vales, but pretty much Vales.
They're employees. What's the word? There's a term in business when you steal employees. Headhunted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now Teddy is a problem, and Seer thinks we should take care of him because he's a pain in the butt. But we also then met up with
Poached, yeah.
The Hive representatives who delivered us some drugs, and then we rolled like straight sixes until the end of the episode. Got everything we wanted, and did the most successful sales job of all time. Got super rich, got a contact, and I believe we're debt free, and that's it.
Yeah, this is the first time things are like really turning around for you guys, especially after starting out getting fucking arrested.
Yeah, we did really, really well that first episode.
Hey, I did fine.
Right.
Yeah. You're the only reason, like, real talk, you're like the only reason why things are still going strong.
I know, I'm
in that
holding
time.
this ramshackle group together.
Yeah, while everyone else was off gallivanting it in was it Ironhook? Yeah.
And we made first appearances of Dira, who is a merchant of the Hive.
Yes. The first of many appearances, I imagine. Unless you can kill her. And if you kill her, then whatever. Then maybe that still won't be the end.
Blaster and Officer Melista.
Yes. Two blue coats on the who run over in the 6 towers. So something I haven't done yet, and I'm really sorry, stream and friends, I haven't actually changed the map yet. We're still using V7 map. Sorry about that, but we're
That would be the
right now.
V6 map.
V6 map.
We're on to V7.
Yeah,
You're not on to V7.
Yeah, so there we go. So we should be able to see where we are. So our home base is the Painted Lady. Our BFFs are the Bill Hooks. I don't think I put anything else of relevance on the map yet, in case we... I don't know. If you guys ever wanted me to add things in terms of like, hey, where was that place again? Can we mark on the map? I'm your guy. So let's go. That was a really good prologue. So let's go ahead and you'll gain 1 stress. You will recover 1 stress for doing that.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Down to 2.
Cool. So what do we want to do today, guys? Fly like a V6. Yes.
So I had a question about crew advancement.
Okay.
So we mark like crew XP for like specific things, and then we get an advancement. But how do we get more claims?
You literally do missions for them. So what
Right.
you would do is you guys would, as a group, you would tell me, we want to do this. We want to secure this claim. Right? Or we want to...
Yeah, we can look at our possible claims on our crew sheet. We look at what our factions that we want to fuck up are. Like, think about what we want to do. Like, we're still in debt for what? Like...
Oh, thanks for the host, Adam.
Aw.
That's Adam.
Last night.
I
Actually saw you.
So yeah, what do we want to do? I mean, I know that Seer trusts Jewel to make the right decisions,
Mhm.
but honestly, Jewel trusts Vale to make the right decisions. So
At least it doesn't.
So we're gonna leave... Yeah, that makes sense. So we're gonna leave this decision to Vale, is what you're saying.
I mean, I would like to hear her suggestions first and foremost,
Sure.
and then I can shoot them down.
Okay.
Okay.
And before we move on to that, I have one more question regarding turf.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So those are like the specific claims to expand your turf, which will then reduce the rep needed.
Yes. So
Level, right?
Yeah. In order to level up your crew, you need to gain rep. Or excuse me. When I say level up your crew, I mean increase its tier.
Yep.
You increase its tier by improving its reputation. Instead of having a reputation, which is sort of an intangible type of thing, you can supplant some of that intangibleness with some tangible assets, right? Holdings, literally claims, physical places or things that project power for you.
Yeah, the ones that are listed specifically as turf,
Yeah.
those ones, what they do is you
So they-
mark them on the character sheet going
Yeah.
the other way from reputation, and then you only have to fill up to that spot.
All right.
on
Exactly,
as far
so-
as getting
exactly.
your rep to tier up. Basically, this
they
is
subsidize you.
holding- Yeah, you hold like actual physical assets. Like you have like citizenry that is loyal to you. You have like a space where it's safe for your gang to do stuff.
Yeah.
So-
Think of it this way. The Akarosi government could seize a warehouse. It can't seize your reputation.
Yep.
Right?
All right.
So, like, that kind of stuff, right? Like, so,
Mhm.
it's good, but it can be taken away much easier than your
Yeah.
reputation can. Well, the reputation's more on you guys to give away. Right?
All right.
So-
So that was kind of my question, and it was more like planning for what we want to do, because things are looking up, so we have to keep it going, right? Like we don't just now we have 4 coin and let's blow it all on the hookers and blow.
I actually did have a question about that because Deer is taking a cut whenever we make a sale, basically.
Yeah, that's
So-
what we decided on.
Was the cut already factored into what we made, or do we need to set some aside for her?
You're going to set some stuff aside.
Okay.
Essentially, what I'm going to do is roll a d4, and that's her cut.
Oh, wow. So we can't spend any of this money right now.
That's the problem when you ally up and shack up with some people, and you're using someone else's product, right?
But we can cancel out our debt with the bank. Are we all okay with that?
Sure.
Okay, so we have currently 4 coin.
Yeah, and you also mentioned you have an official account with the bank, with the Charter Hall Bank, with the painted lady as the. Okay, yeah. Okay, good.
Which we have squared up. So now they may be willing to give us another loan because we paid it. I would say we paid it on time. We were good with
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Pretty much on time.
Pretty much. Enough that, I mean, they didn't send any collectors after you, so.
So, I mean, we're good.
Yeah, you don't want to meet the Charter Hall Bank collectors, by the way. You don't want to meet those guys.
I bet not. So I have 2 thoughts for what we could do.
Blades Repo Men.
Oh, gosh. We could try to get some turf, or we could deal with Teddy.
Okay.
I am all for dealing with Teddy.
I was going to say I'm all for getting some turf. So maybe we should have this conversation in character?
Look, listen, I don't want to, railroad you guys. I don't want to do anything like that, right? You can throw this idea back in my face, but here's an idea. 2 birds, 1 stone. You take over Teddy's place.
Yes.
I don't want to...
I like it. No, that's good. No, I didn't even think of that.
Just saying.
Didn't even think about it. Thank you. I'm usually much more quicker on the uptake here. It's a good one.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, so you're gonna fucking throw Teddy to the curb. All right.
Well,
oh my Sander.
We can still talk about it.
Yeah,
like
you definitely talk about it.
What we actually want to do, but also all that's said after. So we're in the bar. Things are looking up. We're swimming in cash.
We can't spend it. I remind you, Thea,
we can't
that
spend it.
we need to set that aside. Dira expects a cut.
What the fuck? Hasn't she been getting her cut?
Remember, it's every time. Basically, she expects a cut per bulk product you sell, right? So you have a bunch of product that you're going to sell. After you sell it all and you want to re-up, you will be paying her proportion of the proceeds that you made, the revenue that you made from selling those drugs.
We need to reserve that for
Yeah.
future shipments and whatever Dira ends up wanting to take.
Yeah. This is why people mark things up when they do things, right?
Alright. So, Steer, visibly miffed about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I thought you owned Dira? What's her name?
No, it's Dira. No, you're right. It's Dira.
I think you misunderstand the relationship. It's more that she owns us for now.
What the
Not
fuck?
very fond of that.
It's getting us out of debt.
Why would you guys sign a
Not very
deal?
fun.
Why would you guys sign a deal if you didn't want to be under someone's thumb? Like,
I
what are you?
I don't think
Because
you
we
understand
don't
how
have
business
choices in
works.
these things. She just finds stuff, and our lives are on the line. It's fine.
Yeah. All right.
I just kind of shake my head because I'm like, I'm the only one here who understands how business works or something.
I thought you guys were just friends.
You guys took out a franchise of McDonald's and being like, why do we have to call it McDonald's? Why can't it be our own store? Only you're doing the black market version of it. But yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Black market McDonald's.
I dig it. I'm loving it.
Well, alright. At this rate, though, we're just gonna be selling tea and nothing else. With Dira apparently owning us and Teddy walking away with the other half. We need to get rid of either one, and Teddy's an asshole. So
I don't think we need to be getting rid of Dira. We simply send a message letting her know we need to resupply.
Teddy it is then.
but we'll be resupplying us and not her.
You don't understand the relationship, the deal we struck. She's going to continue to resupply us. She takes a cut. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Listen, that's fine, but all those ladies that walked away to Teddy, they're free, right? They can be ours, right?
They were mine, and they'll be mine again. Let's deal with Teddy.
I mean, apparently they weren't yours, though. Is what you're just telling me.
They weren't slaves, if that's what you're asking.
Well, no, but they're Dira's, and so are you.
And so are you, and so am I. Is that what you're implying?
I'm not. I didn't even know that she owed us.
It's more that she is part of an organization that quite outranks our own.
Yeah.
So if anyone has the upper hand in the relationship, it's Dira.
I freaking adore this. I adore how little Seer understands how business works.
I know! If anyone is going to own anyone, it's Dira and the Hive. Until we have something better than they do. Right now, we have a tea house that sells drugs, and they supply all of the drugs in Duskvol.
Well, specifically this one drug, right? You bought this specific high quality drug.
Right, it was a dream.
Yeah.
And it's higher quality that we can make or acquire on our own.
Exactly. At least in remember, I think you guys were Seer was really gunning to make his own, but he would never be able to match the quality based on his workshop. He made out of beer bottles and trash cans.
Never be able to is pretty strong.
Well, not
Sure,
never.
we could possibly.
Yeah. It would be this would be kind of like cooking crystal meth with a campfire. It's like, what are you doing? Like, okay, I guess we're doing it. And like,
listen, if you're an expert like me, then it's no problem. But regardless,
that's true. You totally could try.
We have way too many strings on us.
Theodore has been a thorn in my side since he approached me. Let's deal with him first. Take what's his. Take what's ours. And then we can deal with Dira.
Alright.
I like this plan.
Got it. It's on the tip of my tongue, guys. What's the name of the drug? It's the thing that makes your eyes go cloudy and you see dreams.
Dream smoke?
Is it dream smoke? Yeah, it's dream smoke. It's dream smoke. Okay, it's specifically dream smoke. It's high quality dream smoke. Okay, good. Sorry.
Let me just double check because I haven't. Or is it trance powder? No, dream smoke. Definitely dream smoke.
Yep.
Tux in chat mentions how this sounds like the crew needs to take a class in supply chain management.
You know, I'm fine, but the crew does, yeah.
Do you guys have like a PowerPoint presentation in the back, like with Vale leading it, being like step 1, like the flow charting of how drugs work?
Step 1, acquire drugs. Step 2, step 3, profit.
Did the Hive give you like binders of being like opening your new? Anyway, sorry. Okay, let's do this. Too goofy.
So
getting too loosey goosey here.
The plan is to just take over whatever Teddy's business is.
He runs a theater. Well,
yes.
A theater. He runs some girls. Yours. We just need to do something about Teddy. What should we do with him? We could murder him, or...
It's easier if we leave him alive.
I see you raising your hand there, Seer. What is it?
That was just my vote for murdering. Because think I said.
I'm rather fond of murder myself, but it's dealing with consequences that I'm not as fond of.
We could disappear him.
Because, I mean, I don't think he gives a shit about us.
Clearly.
He offered some stupid job so that he could marry into nobility.
Yeah, that's what he cares about. Not about us.
I wonder if we could use that.
It's gonna turn on us.
Could we use
First
that to
opportunity.
trap him somehow?
Hey, unless you want to marry him.
Yeah, you might. That deal might still be on the table.
No,
I know.
I don't.
Perhaps it would lead to an easier way to murder him.
I'm sorry, but no.
I mean, you would be like a widow, and there'd be a will, and then like if you're in it, it's an easy takeover.
I'll not push you on this. Although it's easier to get away with murder if we don't actually murder him. Wait.
I'm like, what? Just
I would like to put a bullet in him.
Well, why don't we kill him and then just make it seem like he's leaving town?
sure.
Tricky.
Or get him to leave town and then kill him when he's on the water. I don't care.
That's a much better idea. I like it.
So, how do we get him on the ship? How do we make sure we're on that ship?
Why don't we just get out the ship and then we don't have to deal with any of this?
There's a lot of options here. Just a quick recap. You guys would know this and what sort of holdings Lysander has access to. Because, you know, you're somewhat acquainted to him. You're somewhat of an acquaintance. You know that he runs a theater, but that's sort of like his, how should you say, that's what he wants to do with his time. He's also like a slumlord who runs the Tenpenny Courts, which is sort of like a ghetto, you know, like apartment, like, you know, high density tower type situation up in Crowsfoot. Or Weston Crowsfoot. Never gonna. God. Don't worry, on break, I'm going to take the photo from version 7 of the map and rotate it so north is right, and then we're gonna be done with it. We're never gonna talk about it ever again. So, anyways.
Perfect.
Right? So, you know, he's a slumlord who's trying to make himself look more legitimate and that kind of stuff. He's very much like Stringer Bell. It's actually a really good analog chat. He's kind of like that. You know, he's moving up in the world. He was a pimp, and he runs a bunch of these, and he's like the landowner, or, you know, he's the landlord of all these like slum tenements, and he's trying to make himself all haughty, right?
Mm. All I know is I want to take him down, and I want him to be on a ship, so it's easy to dump the body in the water.
Okay. So that's what we want to do, right? That's the plan? Cool. So then we probably want to come up with a strat, one of those types of plans, and kind of get going into it from there. And then we'll do, you know, and then we can always do the flashbacks to gather info and all that kind of stuff. Right? Does that sound good?
Okay.
Alright.
Cool.
So we're trying to trick him into leaving town?
No, we're gonna kill him.
No. But like the killing him would be the trivial part. It's getting him to leave town. Like anyone can kill anyone, but we can't get him to just leave, right? Because he wants to stay. He wants to be here and marry a noble, and then be hot shit.
Yeah, Sith Master I think has the right idea here. It might be a transport plan, or it's more like a linked plan where it's like transport assault, or maybe it's just transport and then the coup de grace is killing him. You want to get this guy somewhere else, right? Like you want to. Yeah, I don't know how are you going to get him to a boat to kill him, Vale, right? Like how do you
Trickery and deceit.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to convince him that there is a desperate widowed noblewoman who's not in Duskvol, and that if he travels to meet her, he'll be able to convince her that she should marry him, and that I'm going to arrange a meet.
You're gonna arrange? Okay. Tell me, how do you set this up? How do you get in contact with Lysander? Theatricality and deception is the right answer. The way of shadows.
I think I would send him a message, because after he stole like some of my prostitutes, I wouldn't deign to meet him in person, because
Yeah, that's a good
obviously
call.
that was an affront.
Yeah, that's a really good call.
If I met him in person, that would seem kind of suspicious.
Yeah, it's also a really good call. Your gut's
So
in the
I
right spot
think
here.
I would send him a very tersely worded message about how I can solve that little problem he brought before me, but I am, how do I want to word that? Something about how like I'm
Disappointed.
I'm
about-
disappointed in the trajectory that our relationship has headed.
Yeah.
I'm still willing to work on that little problem of yours, but I need some sort of apology.
Okay. When you write this letter, do you deliver this via like a courier service type thing? Do you ask a friend to bring this personally? Kind of like a if this was the 1700s and you had beef with somebody, your best friend would go to his house and be like, "Yo, my boy wants to duel you." Like how do you transmit this letter is what I want to know.
I think I would give it to Nirix, because Nirix is still with me, and she would give it to one of the prostitutes that she still knows that he took,
Okay.
and they would deliver it to him. So just very indirect, like just
Yeah.
kind of passing it up.
Okay. Yeah.
That way
Okay.
it's still kind of stealth.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay. And you're. We'll worry about the details after we make this engagement roll. So this is gonna be like an engagement or like even like a fortune roll here. Lysander is a tier 1 entity, I guess is the way to put it. So you wouldn't be gaining any extra dice from there. I think you're just gonna be getting about 4 dice is fair for this. Because you're just inviting him or seeing how receptive he is, and if he apologizes to meet you to do this sort of plan, right?
Right.
So this is like the first step here. So this is.
So
gonna
if he
be-
does apologize, you're going to feel guilty when we kill him?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool, because we're still
Trust me.
totally killing him.
So you're not. Yeah,
There's
you're
no
not.
coming back from this.
Cool. And for the record, Sith Master brought it up. Ciphers are the messenger service, which is good to know because I always forget who the messengers are in Duskvol. I knew there was a courier service. I just never remember them. I think everyone forgets that. So, thank you.
I
Okay,
remember.
cool. Yep. Let's do it. Okay. So this will be, I think, 4 dice, unless you guys want to modify it in some way. Because you described a pretty good plan. I can't think of anything that, like, would stop or prevent it. It sounds like a pretty standard, similar tier thing. So I think 4 dice straight. Unless you guys want to do something that would even, improve it somewhat. Maybe spend coin on like a treasure. I don't know. Like to give him. As a
We're
gift
not
with
giving
the-
him
I know.
shit.
Yeah, you're not giving. Okay, I know. But like, this is just something to help. You don't want to help your engagement roll any further. I
Yeah,
think that's like the
like
first
we could-
example I could think of in some
We could
kind of
buy
way.
some courting jewelry, right? Like hey, this woman is interested in you, and like,
We can't spend the money that we have, though.
this is how rich he is.
You're not-
Yeah,
you're not
we don't
sending a
want to
pho-
spend
yeah.
it, but like we could.
Yeah. Okay. That's perfect. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, like we can spend it on him because we're gonna steal him and then rob him after, right? Like,
But then we might have to liquidize some of his assets, and that could be tricky.
You and your business sense.
Okay.
I'm okay with 4 dice.
Okay. We'll go ahead and roll the engagement roll here. The invitation. What is the name of the person you're trying to set them up with, by the way? Because this is totally going to be the name of the episode. The gang plays matchmaker.
Okay, I need to do a noble name generator real quick.
Okay. If you
And I
wanted,
guess-
actually, yeah, go ahead and roll the dice first, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
The other
Let's wait
question
on
is, does this person really exist, or are you making them up whole cloth?
No, it's a real person that I knew in this house.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
So it is an engagement roll.
Yeah.
Matchmaker with air quotes. Dice, we have 4. No extra. You crit that shit.
Wow, you did crit it. Oh yeah. Ooh boy, it's probably the same day.
Very nice.
Yeah, the same day the guy Lysander responds. It's my sincerest apologies. He's very eloquent. He brings along a he actually asked the ciphers to deliver this message. He brings along a like a black rose with along with the letter, and being like, I'm very sorry. Here's a token of my sympathy and sorrow for offending you. I would love to schedule a meet. This sounds like the perfect remedy for my problem.
Her name's gonna be Marguerite of Lairn.
Wow. Where's
Fancy.
Lairn?
Yes.
Is Lairn is it like the Imperial City? Is that like a district in the Imperial City or something?
I imagine it's like their holdings outside of the Imperial City.
Okay.
So I'll make a note of that.
Okay. So setting him up with an Imperial City person, which makes sense because your family is mostly part of the Imperial City.
Right.
So it's kind of like, oh, well, I know somebody and blah, blah, blah.
I have ties back home and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, he just buys it.
As well he should, because she exists.
Cool. So he's certainly going to follow your instructions for a meeting. So what's going to happen?
He is going to book passage on a ship that is going to take him... Oh gosh, where's the world map? Do we have a world map? No, we
Yes.
I don't have it in Roll20, but yeah, there's a rolled map.
Are you looking at the new PDF?
I'm not looking at anything right now, and I don't have access to the new PDF.
So you're gonna book he's gonna book passage on a ship and not take train?
Yes, because she's on the coast, so...
Okay, sure.
I convince him that it's a coastal area and she would look favorably upon him if he were on a ship.
Mm-hmm. So he books passage on a ship, right?
Yes, and I tell him which ship to book passage on and make sure it is heading here's my question then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking this to the gang. Since he's booking passage on a ship, is it actually going to be heading down there, or are we going to bribe the captain, or what's going on there?
Yeah. Yeah. One of those things.
I think it would be easier to get a ship that's going there already anyway, and then just make him disappear on there. We probably still have to bribe the captain to hire an entire ship just to go kill someone.
Well, I just
Really
mean,
expensive.
do we want the captain to be in on it, or...
I think that's we could bribe him after if he finds out, but
Okay.
but that's Sear's opinion, right?
That's fair.
Right.
I respect
We
that.
could probably get away with murdering him if we play our cards right, and then no one has to know anything.
All right, so I find a ship that is heading down south, and I tell him to book passage on there, and I think I have him book passage for me as well. No, I
Okay.
think it's a bad idea. I tell him that I will also be heading down there, but I don't want any official records of my name.
You gotta make introductions, right? Like nobility doesn't just
but-
like you don't just knock on the door.
Oh, that's true, because we want him to look like he is actually for legit leaving. So yeah, I make him book passage for me as well.
Okay.
And because I have to introduce him and all that stuff. Like, he needs me there. And
Okay.
then we're gonna kill him.
So you're asking him to okay. Sure. So you guys are enemies, and you're asking him to book passage with your enemy on the same boat.
Yeah. Because the thing is that there's the one ship heading down. I need to be there to help make introductions and introduce him to Marguerite.
Yeah.
I explain the situation that, I have to be there. And I think while I'm explaining the issue to him, I'm trying to improve our relationship so that we're no longer enemies. But I don't know if that would require spending coin or if I could just talk him out of it, out of hating me.
Yeah. Okay. So just so you know, the scope of your engagement role here, this was to see if he was open and interested in doing this in the first place.
Okay.
Actually being entertaining the idea of traveling to the Imperial City, meeting Margaret of Lairn, and getting married and becoming an actual noble, right?
Okay.
So to get him on this ship, you're going to need to correspond to him and persuade him to do this with you, in a way that let me say it fictionally. When you're setting this thing up, he requests that he brings his personal entourage of gentlemen and friends. He wants to make this sort of like a vacation. He's going to bring some people along. His loyal confidants. AKA he's afraid and wants to bring bodyguards and that kind of stuff with him while in the presence of you. That kind of thing. Like, I know you want to make amends, but he also stole your prostitutes and knows that you probably want revenge, right? Like, that's not far-fetched. Like, the guy's pretty dirty, right? Like, he's been, like, he knows how the game's played and knows that probably something's afoot. And while he's totally willing to make this bet because he wants to, because your engagement role is really great and he wants to get married real bad. Like, that's his number one jam. He wants to be a noble. That the risk is great, but he's going to take precautions. Right?
That makes sense.
So.
I would expect him to bring guards. I don't think that it makes sense for me to be able to talk him out of that.
Okay. If it doesn't, okay. Cool then.
So I'm down with that.
All right. So he's going to book passage for...
that just means that you are totally on board with bringing guards and monkeys and lots of guns.
Yeah. Okay. If that's true, then he probably finishes his correspondence. He wants to suggest a different ship, a ship of his choosing. What do you do?
Tell me about the ship.
He suggests. No, I won't use the same ship from the first episode. That's too mean. That's too cruel.
No.
Fuck that.
Don't do it.
No, he suggests a ship. This is an Akarosi ship. It's a Leviathan hunter by the name of Wave Knight.
Am I aware of any ties that he has?
Oh yeah, he's friends with the captain.
Of course he is.
And no, I reject it. Okay.
Is there any chance that myself or Costa are also friends with this captain?
No, but he would definitely be in your circles in terms of like knowing like stuff about him. So you know that the captain of Wave Knight serves. Boy, he's a cruel son of a bitch. Is probably the easiest way of putting it. There's a very high turnover rate of his crew, but he also it eats into his bottom line. But it seems like he doesn't care. He's like in it for the havoc. He loves hunting down the most dangerous game of leviathans. So imagine leviathans. There's different species. It's not like one whale. It's like different ones have different properties. And he goes after the most angry, rascally sons of bitches that come up to the surface.
Only the whitest of whales.
Yeah, right. He goes hard in the paint.
So we have two options with that. We could go with his choice and use his captain's reputation against him when we kill him.
Yeah.
Or we tell him no and we go with a more neutral captain that might not...
I imagine you guys are all like sitting at the Painted Lady, like discussing this over with these plans, right? So,
I would imagine so.
yeah, let me know what you guys want to do. Because once we decide, we're gonna go on our first break,
Okay.
and then we'll jump to the boat.
I think we're in our a fairly normal position to try to find a neutral captain, because as much as we can murder him, he can also murder us if we're on his boat with his gang.
Yeah.
That's pretty iffy for us, right?
Right.
It's with his gang, and his captain, but it sounds like the captain doesn't exactly instill loyalty into the crew. So there's definitely opportunities there to...
Yeah, so we know a little bit about this captain. Do we? Do we think that we might be able to undermine his crew, like going into this? Like,
Oh,
do
yeah,
we
it's
think
totally
that might be-
possible. Yeah, you could do that.
I say we go for it then, and do some flashbacks to undermining the crew.
Okay.
I'm down for that. Make Lysander feel as
he's in control.
comfortable as possible, as comfortable and in control as possible, and then we
Pretty
just
good
off
point.
him.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
exactly.
So that's the plan then, guys. All right, cool. So we're gonna go to our first break. We'll be back in 5 minutes, and we're going to jump over to the Wave Knight and the transportation and matchmaking that's going to unfurl on our ship. So awesome, guys. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you so much.